Welcome back to the Bowie build. This is part 2 where we're going to start working on creating the blade shape, forging that out. Yeah, I'll try and get every hammer hit, but I suck at filming. It's hard work, these YouTube sets. So here's the Bowie. We're aiming for 10 inches of cutting edge through tang material. Like I said in the last video, we've got just over 450mm usable steel, so I'll probably get another little chef out of that as well. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's cut the end off on the Damascus billet. Just put in a basic point so I don't have to mess around with it. I've got heaps of steel, so I might as well. But yeah, let's cut that off, throw it in the forge, and get the shape happening. Okay, so the forging's sort of complete now. All I'm trying to do is make it really flat. Try and take some of that scale off. I think the profile's as good as I'm sort of going to get it with my skills. It's looking pretty good. It's pretty close to what I had drawn out. I'll chuck the template on top of it, get a rough profile. I'll grind in the profile closer, but I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty straight. Just trying to flatten out some of these hammer blows that I've done. But yeah, so she's come up. It's 10 inches. Tang's a lot longer than I need it to be, but that's fine. It's keeping a really good shape. I'll probably skip the plenishing sort of side of it, and we'll go from there. So here we go. This is the finished forging. Come up pretty well. It's all to dimension that I wanted. Tang's quite a bit longer than I thought. I probably wasted a little bit of material there, but she's running about just over 5.5 mil thick, which I wanted a 6 mil, but that'll be right. Rough bevels are forged in. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually a lot harder to get the shape that I wanted. I was messing around a little bit, you'll see in the video, but I'm just so used to forging chef's knives at the moment that going back to one of these, it actually messed with my head a little bit. But we got there. Yeah, so let's put the shape onto it. We'll get the profile ground a lot closer, and yeah, we'll go from there. I got the Bowie all profiled out. That's how it looks. It's come up real well. I'm stoked with it. It's just over 5 mil thick, which I was aiming for. I wanted 5.5, but you know, I'm pretty happy with 5 mil. I put a slight distal on the tang. Most of that distal taper came out of the surface grinding, but that's all right. We'll put that back in when we grind the bevels. Right now, I'm just going to use the file guide and even up these shoulders here so that the guard can fit in really well. I'll then mill a bit of a relief here for the guard fit up, and grind some bevels before heat treat. But yeah, let's get that happening. Okay, so I got those shoulders filed away with the file guide, so they're nice and square. I've then chucked it in the mill and just put some relief cuts just behind the on the shoulder there. So just when I fit the guard up, it should look a bit nicer. shout out to Kyle Royer. His videos showed me how to do that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with how that's coming up. I think it's time to put just some rough grind bevels in, and then we'll get it in the heat treat. Okay, so I got the knife heat treated. It's hard all the way down. It did pick up a slight warp. I don't know if you can see that. Just at the tip there, it just kicks out a little bit. I'll try and just shim temper that in the temper oven. That it's bugger all, so it should come out pretty well. But yeah, I'll do a bit of a close-up. I actually love the Damascus pattern coming through the forge scale, through the heat treat scale. So I'll do a close-up so you can get a bit of a sneak peek of what's going on. But I think that'll do this part 2. We got all the forging out, we got some rough beveling, and we got the heat treat done. I'll skip over the tempering. It's literally I just throw it in the oven. So, but yeah, I'll get that happening. Part 3 will most likely be the finish grinding, hand sanding, and starting out the handling. And we'll see how we go from there.